welcome. This game is taking place between the Harvard Corners, who will be the home team, and Murno Mariners from Newfoundland. Harvard Corners is Ontario #1. Out in the field for Harvard, we have Colby Roberts. He's playing center field. Danny Scott, left field. Colton Quip, second base. Will Schultzhauser, he will be the pitcher. Chris Morgan playing third base. Aaron Waugh, the catcher. Blair Bender, he's the shortstop. And Kevin Rory, he's playing left field. Right field, sorry. And Spencer Baird, he's playing first base. Leading off for Morneau will be Mark Corbett. He's playing center field this game after pitching last. Adrian Green, he's playing center field. Ryan Mahar, he's third up, and he's the shortstop. Mitchell Whalen, he's the designated player. Lyndon Power, he's playing third base. Matt King playing left field. Patrick Costigan, he's playing first base today, number 12. Josh Kennedy playing second base. Austin Earl, he's playing in right field. His number is 44. Alex Baylor Leon, that's a tough name. I wish I could pronounce it properly. And he's pitching but not hitting. So this promises to be an interesting game, and we'll be underway shortly.
And just a quick shout out to Hallman Construction, McCarter Grespin Lawyers, MT Consultants, and MHPC Planning and Urban Design for their support of this tournament, as well as the Peter Hallman Ball Yard, once again putting on a fantastic venue for baseball, softball rather, on this fine Thursday afternoon. Ron?
Leading off, Mark Corbett. Mariners are in white for this game after wearing the blue last game. And your first pitch is a ball.
Murno had a great start with their previous game earlier today of the 6-0 win over the Sting.
And that's ball two. A little high there. Couldn't get him to bite. And it's a long gone hit.
It is a foul ball, uncatchable.
A long fly out to left field and out of play. Having trouble seeing through the walls on this one. Two ball. Oh, got him swinging. The catcher, Adrian Green. He's wearing number 22 on deck, Ryan Mahar.
And Murno is now wearing their away whites, if that's not confusing enough, as they were blue earlier today and now the opposing team. Harvard Corners is in the navy blue.
And that's right in there. Good looking pitch.
And we'll see if they continue the trend of putting the ball in play and putting base runners on.
That's outside. Looks like Harwood's playing the team a little bit more straight away than we saw this morning. Looks like a strike. There's one away. And another one. Cuts. Winging. That's two away. Ryan Mahar, the shortstop, is now batting number 23.
And once again, we are being brought to you via live stream, thanks to Conestoga College Direct TV.
Strike one. Nice pitch. Bottom inside corner. It doesn't take them long to get rid of the lines, eh?
Not at all.
Yeah, there goes another line. That's a little low and inside. Didn't bite for that one. Oh, that was close. A few groans on that one.
Took the opportunity to visit Village Catering Food Truck for a lovely sandwich during the break. I encourage you to do the same.
And a foul tip. Another foul out of play.
And it looks like the weather's holding off. Looks like it should be a hot but reasonably dry afternoon.
You got that right about the hot part. A little low on that one. Looks like a full count. And here we go. And another foul. Keeping the batting alive. I should be counting pitches. That must have been about 7 or 8.
And that really was what Murno did to this thing earlier today. Long innings, lots of pitches.
And he's got him swinging. So, top of the first. No runs, no hits, nobody on, nobody out, no errors, and all that good stuff. And actually, 3 strikeouts.
Difference from the game earlier today.
You got that right.
It took them a while to get started, but once they did, it seemed to flow by.
Coming up for the Harvard corners. Colby Roberts, a center fielder, number 57. Number 13, Danny Scott, playing left field. And Colton Quip, the second baseman, number 70. This should be an interesting game. Fourth batter, if they get that far, number 22, the pitcher, Will Schultzhauser.
Take a moment to mention last night and the home run derby here at the U23 Canadian Fast Pitch Championship. Finishing second with 4 dingers, Derek Erb of the Tavistock Merchants. And winning the home run derby last night, Nick White from the Nova Scotia Selects with 5 jacks. And we'd like to pay some attention to Jody Ite at Ace Home and Garden, Easton Sports, who provided the golden bat for that derby. As the Mariners pitcher finishes off his warm-up, and we'll get set with the bottom half of the first inning.
All right, there goes to second base when we're all ready to start the last half of the first. So, yeah, even Murno is playing a little bit more straight away. Low and outside, ball 1.
Well, the wind that was blown earlier seems to have died down.
Yeah.
And there are a few more folks out here, but tense, enjoying the game.
That's a strike. Swinging. 1-1. As you said this morning, a little bit outside.
Just a bit outside. An all-time classic movie for sure. One of the great baseball movies of all time.
Mr. Bob Euchre. 2 balls, 1.
I would be remiss if I told Ricky to forget about the curveball and give him the heater.
Oh,
And a heater, it is foul.
a little late on that one. Straightens that one out. It's going a long way. Counts 2-2. That put a nice swing on that one. Ooh, caught looking. That just must have caught that top outside corner. All right, the batter, Danny Scott, playing left field.
There is something nice about the sound of the ball off a well-swung bat.
Yep. A little late on that one. Try to spoil it. Strike 1. Don't think he quite knew what he wanted to do with that low outside pitch. Bottom corner, thought he'd swing. Nope. Just missed. 1-1. If we were sitting behind the plate, you could tell if it was in the low knee corner or what. Didn't get too many arguments from the players.
No, and that's the thing. I was talking to a couple of umpires last week, and he mentioned that they were even having a difficult time trying to find people that will do that job, given the nature of some of the folks that come to watch these games.
3 balls, 1. You know what they say about umpires? They're always half right.
50% of the time, they're right 100% of the time.
Depends on who you're asking. Oh, full count. That was a nice heater. Oh, right. A nice little seeing eye single. Right past the second baseman.
Yeah, just a little punch. Just push it through the infield between first and second. And nicely caught. Got up to.
Happens here. Colton Quipp, number 70, the second baseman. Not sure they'll put a play on at this point.
No, but it'd be nice to see what the Mariners do with men in scoring position and getting moved around the bases a little bit. They didn't have to deal with that a lot this morning.
Right, strike 1. I'd like to think the guy is at oh, foul ball. I was saying I like to thank the guys at Conestoga College for moving around. Now we can see much better as to what's going on, get you count, and keep you folks up to date out there in the TV land.
Yeah, there's actually a scoreboard out there.
Yeah, we see. I was looking at a post this morning. Pretty hard to tell you what the score is when you're talking to the folks on watching the game. It's fouled back out of play.
And a souvenir for a lucky fan, I'm sure, soon to be returned to the infield.
Well, it looks like 2 strikes, 1. He's been fouling off a few.
Pitcher taking a second, and here we have another team. Harwood Corners, just about halfway between Kitchener and London, Southern Ontario.
Oh, threw him the changeup, hoping to fool him. Just got a piece of it. He's been pretty effective changing speeds, location.
And the catcher seems to have a pretty good handle on where that ball is going, at least.
And he struck him out swinging.
That was a heck of a pitch.
The pitcher, Will Schultzhauser, number 22.
Another quick shout out to Expressway Ford in New Hamburg for providing a vehicle for the umpires to get them to and from their games this week. Always helpful. And again, to all the volunteers who are doing things to make this tournament happen.
Got a piece of that one? Strike 1. Trying to get him to chase that one. 1-1. 2 away. 1 on. Danny Scotts is the runner at first.
And again to the outside.
2 balls, 1. That's a nice pitch, that one. Brings the count to 2-2. And he fouled it off.
Doesn't take long for that field to dry out between these games while they wet it down to keep the dust down. It's almost dried out already.
With 2 away, the runner was going with a pitch, or with the swing. Now full count, he'll be running for sure with a pitch. And it's hit up the middle. And the runner is stopped. The ball goes back to second base. Nice quick return from the outfield. So that's 2 singles for Harwood. Men on first and second with 2 away. Chris Morgan, the third baseman, coming up to bat.
And again, we see more of the same. No big long balls. Just continuous hits up through the middle, through the infield, and moving runners along.
I was coaching a team, and they kept trying to hit the ball further and farther, and it never worked. Smashing it up the middle is a good strategy. Hit them where they ain't. That was a strike. Two strikes on the batter.
Now he's ahead. We'll see if he can close out the deal. His location's been pretty good so far today.
And he struck him out. So, bottom of the second for Harward. 2 hits, 2 left on, but no runs and no errors for Murno. Coming up in the top of the second, Mitch Whalen, Lyndon Power, and Matt King.
Again, on behalf of Kitchener Fastball, shout out to the Skelton family for their continued support, as well as Conestoga College for providing the stream, SBC and Rawlings for their support of the events over these 4 days.
Chatting with the fellas at Conestoga College or from Conestoga College. You can watch it on Roku TV and a few other live streaming channels. You'd probably even watch it on your tablet if you want. I'll have to check. Mr. Bruno, can we watch it on tablets? Yes, we can watch on tablets.
Any place you can stream. Phone, tablet, laptop.
The designated player, Mitch Whalen. Number 4 batter. Looks like Harwood took a page out of Murno's book and hitting him up the middle in the first inning there. Ooh, that was
Head high.
A little high. Ball 1. Looks like it was a little on the low side. Look close from here, but we're at the wrong angle.
That's got to be a tough thing to kind of get under control, the release point of a throw like that.
Well,
just
when
to
there's
get
so
it
much
to the right spot.
Yeah, when there's so much going into it, you're jumping and hopping and swirling it around. Takes a lot of work. Strike. Ooh. Somebody didn't like that one. There's a few choice words being used around the outside of this place. So now the count is full. On deck, Lyndon Power, the third baseman. Oh, he draws the walk. Third base, Lyndon Power, man on first.
Well, let's see if Power can move. Oh, that's a pass ball, and the runner advances to second base.
Mitch Whalen moves up to second. Evens the count at 1. I thought the umpire showed a strike. That's a strike. From the scoreboard, it's different than what I thought was 2 strikes, 1. And it was a close play at first base, but he is out on a nice play from the shortstop. Advancing the runner 1 base. Mitch Whelan is now on third. Matt King, the left fielder, is batting.
With 1 out, we've got a couple opportunities here to put a run on the board.
Oh, hit back to the pitcher, and 1-3. With 2 out, we got Mitch Whelan still on third base. Patrick Costigan, number 12, the first baseman, is up to bat. 2 away, 1 on. We haven't seen a lot of these players, but it looks like Mitch Whelan's a pretty quick player. Could score on a pass ball. Not going to score on that one. That was a nice pitch.
Yeah,
1-1.
Looked like he was thinking about it. For the 1/8 of a second that he had.
And a foul tip.
It's almost as he was like thinking of the last pitch there, as he just kind of came underneath that high
One ball,
fastball.
2 strikes. He spoils that one. Count remains 1-2. And it's another foul tip. Staying alive. It's a tense moment here. If they can score. These kind of games, 1 runs can be important.
And again, Murno pulls another pitch, as they did earlier this morning.
2-2. Spoils another one.
And they did a really good job this morning too, earlier this afternoon, of getting pitchers deep into their pitches and taking their time at the plate, filling up the count.
To the shortstop, on to first base. Nice play. So he's out 4-1. So after 1.5, we have a runner left on base. We have a base on balls, so no hits, no runs, and no errors. Coming up in the bottom of the second for the Harvard Corners team, Aaron Waugh, number 10, the catcher, Blair Bender, the shortstop, and Kevin Rory.
And another quick shout out to Darren Stevenson at 519 Sports online. Encourage you to check that out, as well as Al's Fastball. And Doran, you can find them on Facebook. Again, supporters of this tournament. as well as Fred Walls of Owen Sound and Steve Sabern in Wingham.
Leading off the bottom of the second of 4. The corners will be the catcher, number 10, Aaron Watt.
And we'll see if Murno can continue their defensive play from earlier today.
Ball 1. Outside. That was close. Ball 2.
We seem to have a few more people filling the grandstands as well. That's a good thing.
Oh, it's got to be close. 3 balls, no strikes. And he fouls that one off.
He took a swat.
Counts full. Fouls it again. Tried to sneak the drop through. And he's caught looking. Shortstop, Blair Bender, number 68. He's made a nice play before. Last inning.
Number 68, Blair Bender.
I don't think he thought that was a strike. He was on his way to first.
What can I say? Well, that was a strike. Just seemed like, again, it's from the angle we're looking at. It looked almost like the same angle as a couple other pitches. But the umpire has the best view, right?
That's what they say. And again, 50% of the time, he's right 100% of the time.
Off to third. On to first. Nice play.
Just a little chopper. It didn't come off the bat very hard. Down the third base line.
With 2 outs, the batter will be the right fielder, number 78, Kevin
It's on the 5-3
Rory.
two-way. Kevin Rory is now up to bat. He's the right fielder.
And with 2 out, he'll look to extend the bottom of the second inning.
One ball, 2 strikes on Rory. Out of play.
And this Murno pitcher has had a heck of a day already. He had a great first game. And he's continuing the trend.
And he got him swinging. Nothing across. Score remains tied at zeros.
The Harwood Corners in the bottom of the second, looking across. We would like to thank the founding sponsors for their generous support. Coleman Construction, Village Caterer, Lions Club of Kitchener, McCarter Respan Lawyers, NTE Consultants, Ace Home and Garden, found in Mitchell, Exeter, and Arthur, Easton Sports, Expressway 4
For Murno, coming up, Josh Kennedy and Austin Earl. Then back to the top of the order.
And here's some news for next year, 2025. Again, Kitchener Fast Pitch and Peter Hallman Ball will host the Under-23 Canadian Championships. They'll host the Senior Championships and the Masters Canadian Championships August 27th through the 31st right here at Peter Hallman Ball. So mark that down on your calendars and make a plan. It's a great venue and it's a great day with a lot of great people doing a lot of great things. Come out with your family and enjoy some softball, fastball.
Yep.
Just a little confusion there with the roster for Murno. It's all sorted out. And Murno looks to put up some runs again.
Number 44, Austin Earl. Past the first baseman.
Spencer Baird, first baseman, got his glove on it, but just couldn't stick it. And rolled past into the outfield. And now with one on.
Batting number 94, Mark Corbett. Oh, that's it down the line. Slides into first, third, and runner on second and third. It's basically a stand-up double. The throw did go to second.
And he just put that hard just over the third baseman's glove. And by the time the fielder got to it,
batter is Adrian Green. Men in scoring position.
again, thanks to Conestoga College DirecTV. Would encourage you to check out the website. So there's information on the college as well as programming for you to watch, such as the live stream of this tournament, many of the games this tournament. So please do visit as we give them a shout out.
One away, the batter is Adrian Green, the catcher. That's coming right this our way.
And with one out and a man on second and third, Murno looks to do the same thing again this afternoon as they did earlier today.
A little outside. Green did strike out the last time he was at bat.
I got a sneaky feeling we're going to see another little dribbler through the infield and a run or two across the plate.
And out of play again. To the left side of the infield. Full count, one out. And he fouled it off. Just spoiled it. Staying alive.
Right here. Gotta come here. One more pitch.
Staying alive.
Mr. BG, I thought your name was Sean. Sean BG?
Correct. Gibb. Sean Gibb.
And I think it went right off the pitcher and no play.
Like I said, I had a funny feeling. Going to have a little dribbler through the infield. This one happened to catch the pitcher in the foot. We've got 1-1 scored. Man on first and a man on third. And Murno seeming to have the same kind of success as they did earlier today.
The shortstop, number 23, Ryan Mahar. He struck out in his first at bat. Surveying the situation. With one away, are they going to try to move the runner? And another single just past the shortstop. And they're holding up the players.
Lots of speed from the first base runner. All the way around to third and a quick slide into second. Beat the tag. And Murno's doing it again.
Mitch Whalen, the designated player, he's up to bat. He hit a single his last at bat. 2 on. That was a pretty good pitch. Oh, he thought about it. Oh, there he goes.
Tried to throw him out from home to third. Missed throw. Another run scores. And the runner is advanced to third.
That was a little ill-advised. It's my opinion, of course, which doesn't count for a lot, but probably would have been better to hold on to it. And he struck him out. That's Whalen out on the strikeout. Lyndon Power is now batting the third baseman, number 73. Two away, men on third.
And a big inning. Big inning with 3 runs.
On 4 hits so far. Ooh. Ball 1, 2 away. Runner in scoring position on third base. That was close. I think he wanted to swing on that one. He's safe.
Oops.
That was close.
They did it again.
Did it back to the pitcher and
Line drive through the heart. Another run in the game. Oh, baby, baby.
number 77, Matt King. Made out on a nice play from the shortstop on the last at bat.
And again, this Burnout team just grinds you and grinds you and grinds you.
That was a he hit to the pitcher. Out of play.
Well struck. Just foul.
It's one strike on King. I guess that was 3.
And now we'll do it for
Score
stop.
sheet didn't show. Caught looking. All right, so we got 4 runs. On 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. And 1 left on base.
Again, on behalf of Kitchener Fastball, another huge shout out to some long-term supporters of this tournament. Hallman Construction, McCarter Grespin Lawyers, MTE Consultants, MHPC Planning, Urban Design and Landscape Architecture. Been with the Canadian Championships for quite a number of years. And as always, their support is greatly appreciated.
So we're starting off at the bottom of the order with Spencer Baird, the first baseman, coming up, number 3. Then back to the top of the order with Colby Roberts and Danny Scott.
Should also thank again Carlos Avila, Dave Thompson, Jeff Van Zella, Troy Schwartz, Martin Robitaille, Corey Barrett, and David Jackson, who are taking care of business as the boys in blue out there.
And foul tip. Strike 1. Spencer's first at bat. On deck, Colby Roberts.
It's lovely heat right down the pipe.
And he's struck him. He's pitching very effectively.
He is, and it's been the difference too for this Murno team.
Colby Roberts, the center fielder, he was caught looking his last at bat, number 57. That was a quick strike. Strike two. Off speed on the corner.
That was outside by a long ways. I think that's the first time I've seen that from this particular pitcher.
And another strikeout.
They do seem to like the look of whatever he's throwing.
Number 13, Danny Scott. He's playing left field. And he hit a single his last at bat. Started off in good shape for Herwood.
He seems to leave it up there, and they seem to always think it's going to come down, and it doesn't.
A little rise ball there is effective, isn't it?
Two away, and he's behind now. 2-1.
I think it's 2-2. I think they missed on the scorecard, but I could be wrong.
That's possible.
Nope.
We'll see. 3-1, yep.
3-1. Told you I could be wrong. That's a good pitch.
These things happen. It's interesting to be down there in the dugout scoring these games and listening to the differences in the way these umpires call balls and strikes, and it can be very difficult sometimes.
And it's a short, what used to be called a Texas leaguer. He had to hit himself another single.
Nice little blooper to left field.
Colton Quip, second base, number 70, coming to bat with 2 on, 2 out, and 1 on.
We'll see if Harwood can get it going here.
The catcher is quick, eh?
Yeah, he moves really well, and he really frames pitches well, and it looks really tight. Like I just.
runner back to first.
Hit that hard, but hit it foul down the first base line and over the fence. Not playable by the right fielder, who made an effort.
That's a foul.
But again, that catcher is up and throwing that ball down the first base line right away.
One ball, two strikes. And a single up the middle. All right.
Nice, powerful poke up through the second base line.
The batter is Will Schultzhauser. He's pitching, number 22. And he hit himself a single last time at bat.
This would be a great opportunity for Harwood. 2 men on, 2 out. You know they're running. If we can just put something in play here. That ball went deep to left field, just over the glove of the left fielder. Relayed to short and to third base, holding the runner at second. But it looks like Harwood had scored a run. 2 runs.
Got a 2-bagger and a couple RBIs. I couldn't. Oh, yeah. Third base, Chris Morgan.
And Harwood's starting to claw their way back in here now, 4-2. With a man on second.
And that's the end of the inning. So after 3 complete, Murno for Harwood 2. Not inning, we had 3 strikeouts. All 3. And we had 1, 2, 3 hits.
And again, you're more than encouraged to check out www.softball.ca for more information on how you can get involved, your family, your kids, in some interleague play. Not quite the same as hockey for those of us who grew up playing hockey like I myself did. I don't think it's quite as expensive.
Coming up in the top of the 4th for Murno from Newfoundland, we have Patrick Costigan, Josh Kennedy, and Austin Earl. Last at bat, Costigan was out from a play to the shortstop to first base. Nice tight game, 4-2.
Yeah, real good inning for Harwood. They needed to do that as we reach near the halfway point.
That's on a ball in our first baseman, Costigan. Evens account. Missed with that one high. And fouls it off. Evens account. That's a fly ball hit to right field. Not super deep, but
And again, if you're just joining us now, we are live at the Peter Hallman Ball Yard, Kitchener, Ontario, for the Canadian National U23 Championships. Currently enjoying a game between the Harwood Corners and the Murno Mariners from Newfoundland.
the batter, number 14, Josh Kennedy. Counts 1-1. First set. Pulls a slow roller down the third baseline. Got ahead of that changeup. 1-2. Is cut looking. Right fielder Austin Earl, number 44. He hit a single last time as at bat. Started off the big inning.
Yes, he did. Reggie Jackson, that was 44, wasn't it? Reggie Jackson?
I do believe so, yeah.
Oakland A's.
Back in the day.
I don't know how I know that. Or you, for that matter, being as young as we are.
That evens the count, 1-1. Slow roller to second base, and he puts him out.
Kind of looked like it handcuffed him a little bit there. Came off the thin part of the bat in close to the hands.
So for Murno, no hits, no runs, nothing across, and no Harwood errors.
Again, you're going to hear periodically throughout any and all of these games shout-outs to all of the folks who are participating in making these events happen, from the sponsors to the volunteers. And again, a special shout out to all of the volunteers here who are working to help make this event happen in various and sundry ways, as well as the Lions Club, who are, of course, running an establishment down at the end of the first base line. If you're thinking about coming out, the Lions are here, and you can enjoy a cold, refreshing beverage in their tent. And you can also enjoy some great food, courtesy of Village Catering. Bring the family and enjoy a day outside.
Coming up for Harwood, got Aaron Waugh, the catcher, number 10. On deck, Blair Bender, and the shortstop, and Kevin Rory. We're in the bottom of the fourth. 4-2 is the score. And that's a start with a strike. The old saying, what's the most important pitch in baseball? Strike one. Oh, nice play by the second baseman. He made a sliding stop, cut off the ball, and threw it easily to first base for the out.
Yeah, Josh Kennedy, second base, stretched himself out there and stopped what would have surely been a base hit, probably two.
Well, it did look like a single or a double, as you say. Blair Bender, shortstop, one away. And the second baseman's getting more action, and he throws him out easily. Number 78, Kevin Rory, right fielder.
You know, softball's become so statistically driven. They're going to have to start calling those things out there that they're going to be running the databases. Awful pun, I know.
And he struck him out. For Harwood, no runs, no hits, nothing across, and no Murno errors. Our score after 4 complete is 4-2 in favor of Murno.
And another great mound performance. Just up and down, business as usual.
7 strikeouts so far. Speak to your point. The one of the things that got me about baseball is over the last few years they've outlawed it now, but all those shifts they were pulling off, and I was always thinking, well, why don't you hit it where they aren't?
Yeah, that makes sense. But again, I guess, they're looking to do something in the major leagues to try and speed up the process, I guess. And I'm not sure how many people are enjoying sitting through 4.5-hour games. And
That's true.
I guess anything they can tweak to kind of, shorten the pitch clock and so forth.
No, he hits a long ball. Can't see it. Can you see it?
Well hit, yep. Played by the left fielder.
The left fielder got that. So he flied out. That was Mark Corbett, the center fielder.
Yeah.
Adrian Green. He hit a single his last out bat, struck out the first time.
Yeah. Punched a nice little single there, about halfway between the third baseman and the fielder there, and just dropped.
No! Not sure what happened there. Was he hit by the pitch?
Hit by the pitch, yeah.
He did get hit.
Yeah.
Didn't come off the bat?
Yeah. No, it got hit by the pitch. Didn't look like it was a fastball, but nonetheless, not a pleasant experience, I'm sure.
Nope. That was Adrian Green, the catcher, by the way. He also singled his second at bat after striking out in the first. Yeah, I couldn't see from this angle if it caught him on the bat and it rolled up the bat or it actually hit him. So
No, it
just
looked like
really
it caught
did
him.
hit
Yeah, it looked like it caught him in the bicep or just above the elbow. Of course, he was in tight to the plate too, and that ball wasn't way outside or way inside rather. Just the combination of the two guys.
Well, he's going to stay in the game. I thought they might run for him, but
You can't look at that uniform and say that's the guy that wants somebody to run from. It is white and brown. They're the new Murnau colors.
the shortstop, number 23, Ryan Mahar. He also singled his last at bat after striking out in the first inning. He advanced on the throw. And Green moves up to second.
You know, we've seen these. I just was checking. I missed that play because I'm looking at the Murnau team roster. It feels like there are like two of everybody because we've seen them so many times through the rotation.
Right.
Through 2 games so far, or a game and a half so far.
Number 23, the shortstop. Yeah, I'm not sure about the scoring. My book, it was E1 because it was a bad throw, but it's tough to call because it was a bang-bang play. And that's
Foul ball.
just a hair foul.
Yeah, it didn't miss by much.
Nope.
Maybe a couple of feet.
I wasn't sure if it probably went past third base on the either over or slightly in fair territory, but then it curved outside in foul territory. One ball, 2 strikes on Mahar. 2 men on. Or 1 man on, sorry. Oh,
That is a foul ball. Same kind of line as the previous.
foul on the left side.
That one was out by quite substantially more. But again, as I said, I'm looking through the lineup and I keep seeing these names, and it's like there are sets of 3 brothers on this team because there's always a Meyer up or a Whelan up, and we've seen them so many times through the lineup. It's hard to believe.
Mitch Whelan on deck. 1 ball, 2. And the delivery. And he watches. Ball 2. That was close. Almost too close to take that one.
And again, Murnau threatening with no one out again.
The long run, and it was a foul to right field.
Didn't miss by much. That would have been a tough one.
Yep,
It was spinning a lot.
that right fielder was sure running. Second baseman was out there as well. 2-2 to Mara. Calls time. Well, it's got to be hot out there standing on the diamond, eh?
Oh, it is. Yep. That stun's starting to peek through here, too.
A little high, full count. This Myrno squad's a good hitting squad.
They've done a fantastic job. Fantastic. And their pitching has been spot on too. I mean,
And he was caught looking. Designated player, Mitch Whalen, number 2. He has a base on balls and a strikeout. A little difficult shot, and it's low to first base.
well,
Well, it's tough to call that an error because it was a hard play.
it was.
That shortstop had to run and make an awkward catch.
I'm just looking ahead in the schedule. It'll be an interesting game tomorrow at noon between this Myrno squad and the 2-time defending champion Merchants at noon tomorrow. So that's probably going to be a heck of a game.
That should be. Timeout. They want to talk about it.
Yeah, I think he had a little bit of time there, that second baseman there. When he came down with it, he probably had a little more time than he thought he did, and I think he maybe rushed that throw a little bit. But tough one to make.
Batter number 73, Lyndon Power, playing third base today. Made out 4-3, and he hit himself a single his last at bat. Man on first. And he tipped it back.
And did we sort out the 6-run lead after
Yep.
6?
7 after 5.
After 5. 7 after
7 5. Yep.
All right.
And
well,
6, obviously.
Okay.
Or I shouldn't say obviously, but it is.
We're looking
Oh, there
yeah.
he goes. Another single. Advances to runner to third.
And we're just bringing up that scenario at home plate right now is why I was asking.
Left fielder Matt King. Caught looking last time. He made out back, hitting a tapper back to the pitcher. His first at bat.
Now batting, left fielder number 77, Matthew King.
Man on first and third, 2 away. Oh, 1 away. Sorry. One away. What am I saying? One strike on King. Runners on the corners. Oh,
Tried to take second there and got tagged out.
but the runner scores, so it looks like the ump is going to appeal, or the coach anyway, to the first base ump.
Well, I'm not sure what the rule is on that.
Well, you can ask the first base ump to check with the home umpire, and that's all he can do.
Yeah, there was only one out, so the run would have scored anyway. What I was referring to was the out on second. The Harwood player dropped the ball, and it was after the tag.
Right. The point being that he's got to ask the first base ump because he's the one that made the call. So the first base ump makes the call, and he says, "What? Are you sure? Do you want to check with the other guy?" And
So he is out on second for sure.
Yep.
The drop ball is irrelevant. The tag was made, and he is out.
One ball, one strike.
But the damage done.
yep, we got a fresh start here with Matt King. Actually, not a fresh start. He just resumes his at bat. Got 2 strikes, 2 out now, and 3 are in. And he lines it to the shortstop. And that ends that inning with 3 hits, 3 runs. Nobody left on base. After 5.5, we have 7-2.
Seems like a carbon copy of the earlier game. Again, a reminder for next year, if you're checking this out on Conestoga College DirecTV. For next year in 2025, the Under-23 Canadian Championships, the Senior Canadian Championships, and the Masters Canadian Championships all be held here between August 27th and 31st. Again, at the Peter Hallman Ball Yard. Would encourage you to jot that date down if you're a fan of the game. And bring the family out again. Great venue. And have a great time.
Coming up, the bottom of the order, Spencer Baird, playing first base, number 7.
My apologies. I've been saying this all afternoon. Conestoga College Digital TV, not direct. So my apologies to the crew here who are working tirelessly in front of screens, making this happen. Again, Conestoga College Digital TV, CCD TV. Check it out. Lots of information there.
First baseman number 7, Spencer Baird.
That's ball 1 on Baird, our first baseman. He struck out his last at bat. Caught looking, by the way. It's 2.
And Harwood is going to have to put something together now. I mean,
They are running out of time. We're in the bottom of the 5th.
Two balls, one strike. Let's go right now. Let's go.
That's 2. Evens the count at 2. 22, as they say. And he hits it right up to the center fielder. So we'll just call that fly to 8. Now Colby Roberts is coming up to bat. Oh, I think we have a substitute hitter.
looked like it there in the red hat.
28. Who's number 28? All right, so Sean Demarest is coming up. He's batting for Colby Roberts. Colby struck out twice looking. We'll see what Sean can do.
Probably Demarest. It's the French guy.
Yes. Pitcher and catcher talking about it. Have they seen this guy? That's always the interesting part about watching these games, how much they've seen or if they've taped or anything like that. All right, let's see what happens.
He's really sitting on top of the plate there. Big, tall, lanky hitter.
Whoa, we had a lot of zip on that one. Let's put a little extra heat on there. Oh, he pops it up to left center. Gets himself a single.
Just over the shortstop's head. Hand, outstretched hand.
Another no substitution. Back to Danny Scott, the left fielder, batting second. He's number 13. He hit himself a single and another single, and he scored.
And again, he needs to put this in play somewhere.
Oh, they tried to chase it. It was just over the right field fence, out of play. You had the right fielder, second baseman, and shortstop all going for that ball.
Gotta come back.
Demers still on first base. Batter has 2 strikes.
And that catcher is quick, ready to get up on his feet, holding the runner at first.
High fly ball, pop to the shortstop. Holds the runner on first. Pitcher got nicely out of the way.
Oh, is that another substitution there, number 3? I'm sure he's under 23.
Colton Quip, the batter. Second baseman, he got caught looking the first inning and hit a single and scored in the third. One away. It's high. Is it playable? Catcher's calling for it. He's got it. And that's straight. So we have 1 hit and 1 left on base. Score remains 7-2.
On the bottom of the 5th, for Harvard Corners, 1 hit and 1 left.
Bottom half of the 5th inning. And if we can manage another couple of runs here, that's going to do it.
They have to play out the inning. Even if they score 2 runs, or 3, Harwood has a chance to get back in the game. Looks like we have a substitution happening here. Unfortunately, it's number 20, and his number is not on the program. So all we can say now batting, number 20.
Pittman.
What's that?
Pittman.
Oh, you found his name?
I did. But only on the back of his jersey.
Ah. So Pittman's batting for Costigan.
All right, let's go.
In Costigan's first at bats, he hit to the shortstop and he flied out to left field. Let's see what Pittman can do.
Leading off the top of the sixth for Newfoundland, it'll be number 20, Marcus Pittman.
Oh. It's where it gets interesting. You threw the pitch, but maybe it was illegal.
One ball, no strike.
One ball. One and one.
Well, looks like Pittman's not afraid to take a big swing.
He's probably called on a quick pitch at first. The very first pitch of the inning went pretty quick. Didn't take his time or his 1 or 2 count. Whoa!
Chin music, as they say.
Pushed him back a bit.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That's a ball. Full count on the batter.
He wanted to make some contact there, yeah, and did. But again, it's another full count drawn by these Newfoundlanders. Took a big swipe at that.
Now batting,
Number 10, Sean Kennedy now batting. Nope.
Oh,
Number 10. What happened to number 10?
no, it's Blake O'Keefe.
That's Blake.
And that's 1 and 2. With one out here in the top of the 6th.
Number 44, Austin Earl, right fielder.
right fielder number 44, Austin Earl.
He's had a couple of good at-bats today, yeah.
Singled and scored his first at bat. And he hits it to the shortstop. And it appears there's an error on the play. And we're back to the top of the order. Mark Corbett's had himself quite a day. He's got the strikeout and 2 hits. 2 runs in.
And some very, very impressive batting gloves. Makes you wonder where he keeps the batteries for those things. They are bright.
It's to shortstop and on to second base for the final of the inning.
Yeah, that was well taken. One hopper. Got down in front of it. Just made sure it didn't get out of the infield anyway.
So no runs, no hits, and I would say 1 Harvard error. Score remains 7-2. Scheduled are Will Schultzhauser, Chris Morgan, and Aaron Waugh.
And one more time for those just joining.
We got number 20. Oh,
That's all good. That's all good. That's all good. I'm just making sure that everybody knows who's out there supporting these kinds of events. Jody 8 at Ace Home and Garden in Mitchell, Exeter, and Arthur. SBC as well as Easton Sports and Rawlings. And Expressway Ford New Hamburg.
All right,
back to you, Ron.
Yeah, okay, back to me. And who's up? Will Schultzhauser. He's leading off the bottom of the 6th. He's our pitcher. Chris Morgan, the third baseman, is on deck. And behind him, Aaron Waugh. Number 22, Will Schultzhauser. Will's done okay for himself. He's got a single and a double. Strike 1. And that's 2. Catching the outside corner. And he hits it up the middle. Got himself another single.
Nice base hit. Just a little programming note here. Might seem a little bit odd as we've run through some games already today. But following this game and prior to the start of our next series of games at 6:30 this evening, a little bit of an opening ceremony today for the tournament. Likely ending with Celine Dion singing from the top of the beer tent. Some lovely song, I'm sure. That's not really going to happen, but we will have an opening ceremony here for this year's Canadian U23 Championships following this game. So you stay tuned for that.
Batting for Chris Morgan, we got number 17, Tyler Franklin. ball. Left just off third base.
First the Summer Olympics going on in grass right now.
And so if you are a sports fan, you're probably likely tuning in to coverage of those events as well. Canada's done quite well so far.
One ball, two.
As a matter of fact, I think I heard them say that they have a medal every day so far, at least one medal every day so far. So tune in and support your Canadian athletes as well.
Evens the count at 2-2.
Two balls, two strikes.
That was close. Tried to change up. Batter was tempted. We have full count. See what happens. And he lost him.
Again, an uncharacteristic.
The catcher, Aaron Waugh.
I want to call it error, just an uncharacteristic set of pitches from this particular pitcher, and it looks like they're having a conversation out on the mound, and they're going to bring in a closer. Great day for him. Great day.
The catcher, he was caught looking at his first at bat, and then he made out 4-3 in a second. For those wondering, 4-3 is shortstop to first base.
And it looks like Mitch Whelan is coming in to at least, I guess, finish this inning as pitching.
Mitch was a designated player. Now they're bringing him in to pitch. Will be facing the catcher, Aaron Waugh. Unless, of course, there's a change.
And Mitch Whelan finishes up his warm-up. Business to finish off the bottom half of the third. Sixth, rather, sorry. And that's it for preparation.
Brayley in a stint had 7 strikeouts, 4 earned runs. Now we're looking at the catcher, Aaron Waugh. Runner on first and second, nobody out.
Brought some heat to the outside for ball one.
outside. Just got to bring him in a bit. Looks like they're about the right height. See if we can come back against this batter. Yeah. Never understood that.
Understood what?
Taking a pitch like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the pitcher's got to throw a hard one. Anyway.
Yeah, I guess you take a cut, right?
Yeah, green light. Some coaches believe in it. Got himself a base on balls. Got 68. Blair Bender, the shortstop, coming to bat. Bases are loaded. Nobody's out.
All right, the catcher just reminding everybody where the play is infield. Whelan likes that low outside. That's an interesting little play. I thought the tag was on there of the runner running to second. And as it turns out, he was not tagged. And that's a little confusing, Ron.
It is.
I think we have 2 runs scored. As the first baseman, in an effort to make the shortstop covering second, hit the second baseman in the head with the throw. And the runners have advanced. I think 2 have scored. The runner at first being out. And it looks like we'll take a little time here. And a reminder that after this game, we will enjoy some opening ceremonies and another round of games after that. Later on this evening, if you were thinking of coming down, the opening ceremonies should begin around 6 o'clock. And we'll have 2 more games going on, one at 6:30 with the Saskatchewan team, the Delisle Pride, versus the defending 2-time champs, Tavistock Merchants. And then at 8:30 again, Ontario 2, that's the Wyerton Red Devils, will be facing the Nova Scotia Selects. So we've got a couple of good games going on, certainly after dinner. If you were thinking you might like to get out, we'll certainly have cooled a little bit, at least the intensity of the sun, to come on down to Peter Hallman Ball Yard and enjoy a couple of games. Enjoy the libations as well as a snack. There are souvenirs here, and support young people out and about enjoying a team sport together on another fine day.
While we're waiting for this to clear, it's been an interesting ball game.
And again, it does look like they scored those 2 runs. So the bases will be empty.
I thought there was a runner on third, but
Oh, there is. My fault. Yep.
that's all right.
Runner's still on third. Yep. Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. He was behind the pole.
Yeah, I know. I know the feeling.
Yeah. That's a little bit of a comeback at least. Maybe this will spark something for the Harwood crew here.
Looks like we have a pinch hitter, Chad Brown. Kevin Rory struck out twice, once looking. Unless there's another change, Spencer Bird's on deck.
And here we go. And again, Whelan is all over that outside lower corner. And he came back inside and kind of handcuffed Brown.
One ball, two strikes. Hey.
Just to recap the last play, Blair Bender is the first out of the inning. He made out on a 4-3. He got caught with him.
I have to have it on good authority, Ron, that we're sounding pretty good out there.
Number 7, Spencer Baird. He's playing first base. There's 2 away, and on third. I don't know who your authority was. Wouldn't be anybody close to me.
Oh, you underestimate yourself, Ron.
Yeah, it's a bit low. It looks like he's a predominantly drop pitcher, but
Forget about the drop, Ricky. Give him the heater. Here it comes.
it did.
And that was high heat. Geez, that looked like the exact same pitch, and one was a strike and the other
Yeah,
was a
this is a
ball.
little outside that one. Catch your head or reach a bit. It's almost too close for the batter to take. I agree with that part. Whoa. Falling behind this batter. Count 3 balls, 1, 2 out. Man on third. That looked like a mean business pitch.
It did. You got him.
Mean business there. Okay, counts full. See what happens. Lost them.
And that brings the tying run to the plate. Oh, they're putting in a runner, looks like.
Number 1.
Felix Berger.
He's running for Baird. Probably re-enter after the inning for defensive purposes, but
It's enough to make them have a chat out there on the mound.
I'm not sure they're going to give him a free pass to second.
Yeah.
Uncontested steal.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd take the chance if you were the catcher. I mean, he's been really quick and really good today, but I don't know why you'd bother to take the chance.
Yeah. Right, I think I've been misspelled this name here. I think it's Colby, but it's number 57, center fielder Colby, but I think his last name is Ricketts.
And the runner did not go. And again, that runner didn't go. Well done. I guess you trust the pitcher's arm. But again, as I say, that catcher's been pretty darn good too.
So there's 2 in. 3 hits and 2 left on base. Score is now 7-4 after 6 complete. My bad. And we're going to the 7th inning. It's been an interesting game.
It's been a great game. Murno's had the same kind of game they had earlier this afternoon. Punching runs in, and they've had great pitching.
If I got this right, Adrian Green should be coming up to bat. He's the catcher, Ryan Maher, and Mitch Whelan. But I could be wrong. Looks like this one's going to full 7. Not sure about the tiebreaker rule. Typically, it's after 7. The next inning goes to the international tiebreaker. If it gets to that point.
I have a sneaky suspicion that Murno's going to end up throwing another couple of runs on the board and putting it out of reach right here. That's just, they've played so well all day.
Number 22, Adrian Green. He's the catcher. He got hurt that last inning or last at bat, but looks like he recovered nicely. That's a strike on Green. Outside. His last at bats, Green has struck out his first at bat, hit a single his second at bat, and was hit by a pitch his last at bat.
Took a good cut at that one.
Counts tied at 2s. Fouled it off. Stayed alive. Didn't catch that. It goes off his foot.
Looked like it came off his foot, yeah. But the ground first, I think.
That always hurts if you get it off your foot. That's a nicely hit ball. Just
Just a nice,
got himself a single. That's what we call a Texas leaguer in the good old days.
just a little looper over the shortstop. Dropping fair.
The batter is Ryan Mahar. He's the shortstop, number 23. So what's his line? 2 strikeouts and a single. Guess they're going to try to push another one across. Green 80 feet. No, it's okay. That's 2. 1 ball. 1 strike. Nobody out. Fouled it off. Down the third baseline.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Right.
And he struck him out. Number 2, designated player, Mitch Whalen. He's now pitching, of course. Got himself a base on balls, a single, and a strikeout. A little high on that one. These Murno batters are showing some patience, eh?
Absolutely. Absolutely. High counts all the time. And like I said, I think that's been the difference in their games. I mean, they take long at bats, and their pitching's been great. And he looked like he wanted to put a little bit of sauce on that. Maybe they're looking for the fence a little bit now.
Yeah, trying to end the game on 1 swing. That ain't working. Ooh. 1 ball, 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Wasn't his pitch, so I don't think he'd want to take it, but doesn't want to let another one of those go by. And it's
That is gone.
a
Oh,
long,
right at the wall.
long out to the center fielder.
Runner, of course, tagging up and making it out to second. As a deep sac fly, I guess we call that.
Got to put the fence together.
I don't know what the distance is on that. The home run distance is from a yard like this.
Yeah. In the good old
150?
days,
250, 250 feet.
the good old days, it was a yellow fence.
Yeah, that's a mile away relative to what they've got up there now. But those balls kind of sound like almost squishier. They don't sound quite as hard as I remember those little softballs sounding back in the day. Yeah.
All right, the field is almost adjusted.
A little bit of a delay here while we get an umpire and some ground crew and some players all working together with some twist ties and duct tape. And
On the play, Green moved to second. So that's 2 away, man on second. And it looks like we're all ready to rock and roll. Get out your Bee Gees tune.
We are staying alive.
Yes. I think I've heard that before.
You have. I even threw in a little Britney Spears earlier today, but
Ah.
I'm
all
not
right.
that innocent, Ron.
Lyndon Power is the batter. He's the third baseman. Hit to the shortstop. Got himself a single. And a second single, and he got caught stealing.
Again, looks
On
like
that steal, they advanced the runner.
sorry, looks like the catcher and the pitcher are having a conversation about my use of the Britney Spears reference. Well, that turned out to be a far less cloudy, rainy day than it looked like this morning. I can tell you that as I checked the weather. That's fantastic.
I'm sitting feel like I'm sitting in a greenhouse here.
And that you are.
Spoiled that one. Strike one. 0-1. See if we can bring this home run for a little, the run home for a little insurance. And out of play.
Yeah, you would think that one more would really put this out of reach the way things have gone today.
Come on, 2 strikes. Hike.
And look at this, look at that. Pulls that just a little foul. As he is hitting for, you guessed it, power.
And he was caught looking. So we got one more hit. Nobody scored. We got one left on base. And no hardwood errors.
And one more half of one more inning to put some runs on the board. Again, while we wait through this, please do stick around for the opening ceremonies and the 2 games we have going on later on this evening. And if you're not here already enjoying the lovely weather, as it turned out, by all means, come on down. 2 good games still left today. After the opening ceremonies at 6 o'clock, there'll be another game with the team from Saskatchewan, Delisle Pride, as well as Tavistock Merchants. And at 8:30, Wyerton Red Devils versus the Nova Scotia Select. So plenty of plenty of fastball left if you want to come down and enjoy the facilities. Grab a snack with Village Catering. Enjoy a bevy, thanks to the Lions. And again, all of the supporters, sponsors, as well as all the volunteers walking around here today who are helping to make this event happen. And I would always encourage you to check out www.softball.ca and find out how you can become more involved in this fine, fine, fine pastime.
All right, coming up in the bottom of the 7th, Danny Scott, Colton Quip, and Will Schultzhauser. It's our left fielder, second baseman, and pitcher.
Moving off the bottom of the 7th.
Mitch Whalen still on the mound. Number 13, left fielder, Danny Scott. He's hit himself a single, another single, and he popped out to the shortstop. His last at bat.
And 3 outs away from finishing this thing off. And a 2-0 record so far. Oh, they may have played. They've played already. That's a bad record. 2-0 at least this afternoon.
Back to the pitcher. Easy play to first base. That's 1 away.
With 1 out, batter will be third baseman number 70, Colton Cook.
Second baseman, Colton Quip. His line is 1 strikeout. Pop to the catcher. And he got himself a single and scored. And he popped it. Is it in play? Nope, out of play. Third baseman and catcher gave a chase. Two strikes on the batter, 1 away.
Looking for a new ball, and it's a little scuffed up. And ahead on the batter here with 1 out. Well, looks like the mound's getting a little bit rutted there and a little bit slippery.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, they have really dug themselves a little trench out there, eh? They are just hopping into that thing.
Evens account at 2. Yeah. It's got to be getting slippery in this humidity.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Strike.
And he got him swinging.
So we are 1 out away from the end of this game.
Will Schultzhauser is a pitcher. He's got a single, a second single, and a third single. So he's 3 for 3 and a run scored. We'll see if he can make it through his final at bat.
Comes back outside, low.
And he gives that a good poke to left center. He's got himself a stand-up double.
And that made it all the way back to the fence with the left fielder hitting the cutoff man.
So he's 3 for 3.
A little bit of life here at the end.
Now batting, number 17, Todd Franklin.
Number 17, Tyler Franklin, the pinch hitter. Back for a second at bat. He had a base on balls his first at bat.
And he does like to run that first pitch low and outside. That was a hard chopper down the third base line. Third baseman just catching a bit of it with his glove. It was a high hopper, but he did manage to stop it from heading out of the infield and holding the runner at first base. Now we've got runners on the corners with 2 away.
Batters Aaron Wow. Struck out. Hit one back to the shortstop, and he had a base on balls. Men on first and third.
Looks like the game on the alternate diamond is finished up. We've got some players coming back into the mix here to watch the end of this game. Again, that was Shallow Lake and the Nova Scotia Selects.
And he taps it back to the pitcher to end the game.
And took it on the hop, bobbled a little bit, but made the play at first base. And that'll do it.
All
Another
right, final score 7-4. It looks like Harwood had 4 runs on 9 hits. And I'm trying to catch us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It looks like they had 9 hits, but 7 runs.
Another great game from Murno, and we look forward to seeing them later on in the tournament. Again, a couple more games tonight after the opening ceremonies, and we'll be back again at 6:30 with another fantastic game, Ron and I. 6:30 for Delisle Pride and the Tavistock Merchants. Again, the Tavistock Merchants are the 2-time defending champions. And so it would behoove you after dinner, if you're not doing anything, to come on out and watch what I'm sure will be a great game. Ron?
Sounds great to me. Thanks for watching. This is the Conestoga College Digital Station. What was that?
Just get off. I gotta get off the glass.